morning, it's Barbara. It's kind of a beautiful day outside, so I'm going to go sit outside. I don't think it's too wet. Good morning, it's Barbara. It's a beautiful day in our neighborhood. Christy and Rich came last night. The power is back on, not in that order. And all is well with the world, and the cicadas are going crazy. You can hear them. I do hear a motor off over there. It sounds like a generator, and I'm not sure why, because we got our power back yesterday. Literally half an hour before Rich and Christy arrived. So I was able to strip the beds really quickly and get their sheets in the wash. I was like, I'm gonna have to put them on sheets someone else slept on. But I didn't. Actually, we had a day of hope all day because I went to the store, and as I got to the bottom of the hill, they were working on the trees. There were some stretched lines. They weren't all the way down and they weren't across the road on the one direction, and they were working on the trees over there. So we had the tree guys in our road, which is good because the power guys can't really do anything till the tree guys do their thing, I think, apparently. So, so that was encouraging. And so I went to the store, and there's a traffic light about 3 miles from my house, and it was out when I left for the store, but it was back on when I came home. So that was encouraging. And so, you know, we're doing our thing, and we decided to take the dogs for a walk, and then Dennis was gonna go get more gas, because we use about 15 gallons of gas in a 24-hour period to run our generator, which is a lot. And we only have 22 gallons of capacity outside of our car and our generator. So he would have had it gone yesterday, but as we came back, you know, we had to do a circuitous route to the park because, you know, downed wires and trees and orange cones. And on our way back, we were blocked from getting on our street on the other end because the power people were there. And they were lovely power people from South Carolina who came up to help us with our problem. And, but they were really kind of on one side of the road. And I said, we live between this and the next wire outage, so we can't get home. And we have our dogs in the car, and they said, oh, if you go slowly, you'll be able to get by. And my neighbor across the street was also in the same pickle. So we slid by, but it was very encouraging that we had power people on our street. So that was about 3 o'clock. So Dennis did not end up getting gas after all. And they came up and worked on the downed wire that was keeping us from having power and keeping us from being able to go on our road. And the power came back about 8:30, and Christy and Rich 8:45, and Christy and Rich were got here about 9:15, and all was well. Dennis, well, we've been losing our power often enough that he has a little checklist of all the things that need to be done when the power goes out, because we have things that reset themselves to where we don't want them. My coffee grinder resets itself to the wrong number of seconds, and his coffee machine resets itself to a single instead of a double, and his wine fridge resets itself to the wrong temperature, things like that. So yeah, I took his little list around, and we were able to, and I ran upstairs and got the sheets off the beds, and so they got to sleep on clean sheets last night. So there you go. And so Rich and Christy and Wicket are here, and we're looking forward to a nice short visit. We have all day and all night tonight, and then Christy has an event with her stepmother and her sister and Allison tomorrow afternoon. But Rich and Wicket will stay with us. And then they leave on Sunday afternoon. So it's not a long visit, but it will be very nice. It's very nice to see them, and I'm happy that they're here. We could have had, I think if I hadn't had to rearrange them, it would have been a little bit longer, but Aura's friend Dawn, our friend Dawn, is coming on Monday for 3 days, and he couldn't rearrange his time, so Christy and Rich came to us first rather than Steve and Janice, which they would have typically done. So anyway, it's nice to see them. And all is well. So the power was out for 48 hours, and but it's back now. And deep cleansing breaths. Deep cleansing breaths. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So yeah. So we don't have to scramble around to try to figure out how we're going to make dinner for all of us tonight, things like that. We can just do our normal thing. Which I don't know what it's going to be. Christy's, you know, tired. She had a long trip. And so I think we're just going to be sitting around relaxing. I'm going to give her my chair because I have good lighting and she can do her stitching. And I can sit and talk, and I can knit without good lighting if I decide to knit, and all will be well. I have to clear the table a little bit because I got paperwork all over it now for dinner tonight, but it's clear enough for them to eat their breakfast and their lunch. So, yeah. So just a little puttering and visiting. That's what's happening today. Tomorrow, and I got to start picking some sticks. Oh, please. Now I got to start talking to you about picking sticks because, of course, we had enough weather to bring trees down on the power lines all over. I don't think everybody has their power back yet. But we were lucky that our power line went over the road and was a danger. So we were relatively high on the list. Not super high. I mean, it was 48 hours. But there are people who are still out all over. So we're lucky to have our power back. But that means we have sticks all over the yard. And we got pouring, drenching rain 2 nights ago. So I might have to check these and see if they need to be watered. But my plants in the garden shouldn't have to be watered. They have mulch on them and they got watered to death. So, but it's nice to be able to do some laundry with all the thunder. You know, Pearl was peeing all over stuff, so we got a lot of things to wash. And it's really beautiful outside. I guess I'll tell Christy she should come and sit outside and enjoy the beautiful day. Maybe bring Aura out today and enjoy the beautiful day on the deck, because, you know, pretty soon it won't be a beautiful day on the deck. Meanwhile, I'm just checking in, letting you know all is well here. Yeah. So I need to go make Aura a cup of coffee, get her going, give her her pills, and get her day started. Yeah. See what she wants to do. But meanwhile, I will encourage Christy to come outside and enjoy the beautiful weather. I think I'm getting another daisy on my Gerber daisies, so I'm excited about that because they've been looking a lot like just greenery over there. But I think there's a little daisy peeking out, so I'm not giving up on them for sure. Dennis's Pepper's doing well. We're all perking along here, but meanwhile, not a cloud in the sky, a little bit of breeze, not too much, and it's really, really nice out here. So meanwhile, I'm gonna be saying that back, and, you know, I'm just gonna ramble and keep repeating myself, so I'll stop. I will talk to you tomorrow. Please take good care of yourselves. Please, please stay safe and stay sane.